some of you might be disappointed about what just transpired in this episode, or you would just like to hear some clarity or hear my thoughts, so please stay tuned for a post-session discussion after the episode. Alright, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I had ideas about this adventure. Mm-hmm. I had even ideas that we would have, like, do you remember I was like, oh, we're gonna have a third camera because we would have, like, a battlefield and stuff. But I wanted to have, like, a cool, like, dragon fight. Like, because it's so unusual for Vaesen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it should be a really big deal.
Yeah.
Almost any game.
A dragon.
A dragon is a big deal.
And we can still have a final showdown with this cool dragon, of course. I mean, that's where we left off. But I do think that the build-up for this, I fucked it up. I think I feel like it should have been like, wow.
It does feel a little sudden.
Yeah.
It also it's weird. It's weird that they mention it in the journal and that you chose to omit it because it was like too much information. It was just like, and I found a dragon in the cave that had all the gold that I stole from the cave. Like, it's cool that you admitted it because we were like, he has this gold, but we didn't know what the Vaesen was still. But it then is strange later to be like, they just kind of tell you then. They're like, yeah, it was a dragon in the cave.
Yeah, because they have like...
And Beata's, like, finding like her family.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. August knew all along it was a dragon.
Yeah.
He saw that beast immediately. And it says, like, once they've broken August down, like, he is no longer convinced. Like, he realizes that the error of his ways, which is, like, this was, like, I've dragged it out for a long time, but you rolled well, and I'm like, I can't fucking, you know, what are you supposed to do at this point?
Yeah.
It's like, well, then he admits everything and tells you about the treasure. Even Olaf, I mean, this is a different brother in the adventure. But Olaf is like, also knew about it. Olaf apparently also saw the dragon, but I refused to do that because then it wouldn't make any sense. Then he would
just say, we saw a dragon and I think that's what's doing all this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In Uppsala. Like, you guys should get prepared for a dragon. So I've been like, okay.
And Beata, her family lineage was seeking out dragons?
Yes.
It does seem insane.
Yeah.
Are dragons not a big deal?
I mean, they should be. They should be a huge deal.
Yeah, I feel like... And it should be like something that would be the culmination of. You should encounter a bunch of basically mini bosses on the way to meeting a dragon or something.
Yeah. And
it just feels really weird to jump all the way to a dragon so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's right there.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a you thing. I don't think you miss. In fact, I think you did a good job of not immediately giving us all the information. Because Vaesen is supposed to be an investigatory game.
But the thing is, now I couldn't really come up with anything more now when I'm like, okay, so what's going to be the next, what are we going to do now? Like, what am I going to try to, like, should I try to lead you on to different places now? Like, it's really hard to figure out because everywhere you can go from here on out has, like, oh yeah.
we're standing in a dragon's lair. Like, right now, it's like,
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like, should we, now I'm like, I don't want to, like, release these episodes because I'm embarrassed for them. Not for you guys' sake, but for my own sake.
I think it's still fun. It's a weird adventure because it doesn't feel like Vaesen.
No.
It's a dragon, which I'm like, are dragons Vaesen?
And I thought, like, when I read this, I'm like, this would have been so cool to have, like, a completely different type of adventure. Like, this is like dragon, D&D.
Yeah, like a farm,
a Dungeons and Dragons game. Yeah. Like, it's like pretty cool and see what, especially Francisco and the two of you, like, oh, will you actually encounter a dragon? But now I'm like, truly like...
I also love the dragon sickness, the thrall of,
yeah, that would have been cool if I hadn't, I don't know. I completely lost.
No, it's fine.
No.
I mean, It's also, we don't have all the time in the world. It's
Right.
like we all limited time. So
It's meant to be a smaller arc too, where it's like
Yeah.
you get there, it's a monster of the week. You get there, you solve the problem, you slay the beast. But it is funny that this is a pre-written Vassan adventure. You didn't change anything. It is funny that they chose a dragon instead of making it literally anything else.
Yeah, I just feel like me personally, as much as I've played like D&D and other like fantasy games, I could probably count on one hand the number of dragons that I've run into. Like it just doesn't. It just never happens.
No, but the thing is, I don't have a problem with it being a dragon. I think that's cool and unexpected. I just feel like it should have been more like a mountain troll of like. They discover this.
Yeah.
You guys discover that there's a fucking dragon in this mountain. Holy shit! What do we do? And then like it disappears into the depths again and to never be seen again. Just like a hint of did we see a dragon or not?
Yeah.
Or you set up the whole adventure and the system to be able to fight dragons, because what's the point otherwise?
The obsidian dagger, as soon as you said dragon, I was like, okay, so there's like a magical dagger, I guess. But still, like, for the type of module that Vassan is, it normally, you're not going to be like, and I stab the dragon and it dies. Like, it's just not how the game is played combat.
I was just curious, like, how this was going to play out in this episode. Like, I didn't know, like, how we were going to deal with this or...
I sure hope we talked to it, but now I ran away.
You ran away.
This is a
like,
mess.
Guess I can speak to it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it like on the surface, and also like it is a fun. It's like as reading this adventure was fun, but I'm also like fuck. I feel like. Yeah, it's hard to figure out like how to.
And it is definitely a dragon, right? It's not like a dragon or like a worm or like a
wyvern.
A wyvern, a drake.
Of all fearsome Vassan lurking in the wilderness, the dragon is the most dangerous and notorious.
Damn.
The most dangerous and notorious.
Yeah.
Okay, my plan is also like, Eliza's partly like, not my fucking problem.
Yeah, I know, and
sorry, like we tried, we found out what it is.
Yeah, we tried. We went investigated, found out it was a dragon, and peaced out.
Put the treasure back, and good luck.
Honestly an option.
I mean, that's how she was kind of going about it. I mean, Beata was like, and we'll kill it, and she was like, yeah, you can fucking do that. That is not my job. I'm going to put the treasure back and leave.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm going to make my best effort to appease this dragon. This is my plan right now.
Yeah.
It's harder now that you left, but
I'll be back.
I'm going to try.
Rounds.
I'm going to try my best to appease this dragon, mollify it, and leave. And if I can do that and just get out with my own skin intact, I'll call it a day. I'll be perfectly happy with that result.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you should feel weird about any choices you made. I think you've been running it great. I think it is pretty interesting.
I should not have said, when you guys said, I know what I messed up. I know the exact moment where I fucked up. When you guys said, oh, we already know this story. We've read your diary. And he was just like, well, it's a dragon. That's what I should have just been like, oh, you've read the story. Oh, okay. And then just pretended that he had like an aneurysm or something and doesn't remember. Like, oh yes, if I did this again, this is how I would have played it out.
He just also wouldn't know it's a dragon.
Exactly, because now...
But again, then you end up fighting a dragon. It seems crazy.
So that's the thing, like, but that's like the more fun way in terms of storytelling.
Right.
Because then you guys would go down this cave, it would be fucking terrifying, like you just warm and
you would TPK us. And that's fine, and that's
but like
hilarious.
I would have you guys flee, or like, you know, you could I would give you options to not necessarily die, but you would go down this like, and it would be a great phenomenal reveal.
Yeah,
that it's a dragon of all the things, this huge Vassan.
And that we are not equipped.
Yeah.
To deal with.
But also like did we even like when we started playing this game, this weird rural Swedish game with weird creatures. Like, did we ever think that we would encounter a fucking dragon?
No.
My opinion is no.
No.
No. But that's why it would be cool. And that's what drew me to this adventure, that I'm like, oh man, it would be cool to meet the dragon.
I still think it is cool because the whole time we're going, I have the feeling of like, it can't possibly be a dragon.
Yeah.
Like they're wrong.
No, and I think you said at some point like this reminds me of dragon sickness. This was like a couple of weeks ago when you're like,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't even know it was a dragon yet, but you were like, it's dragon sickness.
Yeah, which is so cool.
But I always just leap to that conclusion.
Yeah.
And anytime someone is greedy, I just.
But it is, and that's what I like is like being able to use your real knowledge about things to figure out, like that's
You were spot on.
Yeah, that's exactly. You're like clearly it's dragon sickness. What if it would have been a dragon? It's like
Could
fuck,
you
it's
imagine?
a dragon.
That would be fucked.
Yeah, that would be such a weird story. But no, but yeah. But I mean, since this is an actual play, we have played it very like narratively and like
Totally.
Theater of the mind, but I feel like people deserves a behind the scenes look of like this is how the GM completely lost all of her.
Well, hey, in Birch basement in the talkback, we can maybe talk about this AP as a whole and discuss, that fine line that GMs have where it's like, how much do you change the adventure because you disagree with it?
Yeah.
Or for how many players you have, like reducing the CR and stuff of creatures. But I think for this one, it's an interesting choice of like, if you follow it super narratively, it feels unfulfilling when it's a dragon. But if you do it like combat, maybe it is more fulfilling, but you lose out on the narrative.
Yeah, this is like, I think also this is like main boss
Vibes.
territory.
Oh yeah.
Not,
This is Sephiroth.
Whoops,
This is like you have to not fight this guy right now.
And I added
You
in
come
like
back.
I added in the whole archaeology thing because I was like, there's no way we can't we can't just.
Oh
fucking,
yeah, the footprint.
Yeah, I wanted to add
The
something
dinosaur
more.
bones.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh,
dragon?
was that a dragon?
I figured if there are dragons roaming around this area, it would be cool to have like one extra clue.
They thought it was a dinosaur, but it was actually...
That's not in the thing?
No.
It's actually a dragon.
I also love archaeology.
cool.
Like the main thing I love the most about the 19th century is if I could ever go back, is to be an archaeologist. And like
discover
discover like all the dinosaurs. Yeah, totally. You would find a lot of things. It's my favorite thing in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's such a good
Oh
quest.
yeah, the dinosaur bones.
Yeah,
stuff,
Such a good quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
so funny though. Because it's believable. I was like, oh, they are actually discovering dinosaur bones. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but it was
so
a fucking
It's about the right
dragon.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
That never occurred to me. That's really
No,
funny.
it didn't either.
Oh, I
that's-
thought that was gonna be like a huge. I'm like, no, they're gonna figure it out. So
No
that,
way, no.
Why would we assume?
That was the least obvious clue.
Yeah, and that was your clue. I'm curious. Comment if you immediately were like, dinosaur? Methinks not. It's a dragon.
No, because it was like period appropriate. It was
Totally.
just like, this is,
Yeah, that's-
paleontology like happening.
And they don't know they don't know too.
To
so
me, it
they're-
was like thematic. It was just like, oh, the realms of science and the realms of
that's
of
exactly. So
fantasy
it's
kind of colliding.
So I'm
Which is
happy
the
about this.
essence
Is
of
all the
Basil.
clues that I want. Like these are the good clues because you want people to not immediately know.
Right.
Yeah,
You
right.
want them
Yeah,
to
yeah.
think more like later. Wait a second. What the dinosaur?
I don't
bone-
even know if you said that I would have been like, clearly that was dragon.
Right.
I don't think I would have because the clue. It
I
was
don't think
great.
I ever would have come to that conclusion.
Well, I probably would have told you eventually, right? Because
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
cool credit for
Actually,
it.
I might have.
No,
On a
but-
re-listen, I might have been like,
I was like,
oh.
No, maybe not. Maybe it was like that's the thing. Also, another thing, like how do you hide clues without them becoming too obvious?
right.
That's the difficulty. Yeah.
Because otherwise, like I also this is another thing I struggle with. Wow, this is me now completely trashing the entire
no, I mean this is honest.
podcast over, guys. No,
No.
but no, but trash. Speaking of trashing, the whole thing is. If you roll really well on investigation, like a 4, 6 out of 7 or something, then it's like, okay, this is what you know, and now go and deal with it. Have fun, like it's like it's
I guess
hard
you
to
just
build
have
up.
to. You have to limit the amount of information that we can possibly get.
Yeah.
That's true too. Or piecemeal it, because I feel like this area was also so big, and it feels like you should like go to many different places. But the majority of the information was in his diary, which we read immediately.
Exactly, and that house, like we went there, we got like stuff, and that's also true for like the adventure. Like all of the clues is in the director's villa, and then you can gather like some clues, very similar clues to everywhere else. Is like it's like either no clues, or you can learn that the ingots are of high quality in the other places. That's like sort of the clues.
Helpful.
Yeah, exactly. Like very, very like vague clues, which is fun. But of course, like if you start with the director's villa, this is where you found all the stuff.
Which is what I would do as a player. I'd be like, let's go there first, then we'll go to the farmhouse, walk around.
But I do think this, I mean, I think it's shitty of me to blame, I think the idea is still a lot of fun. There's like fun characters in this. So at the end of the day, it is the GM's responsibility to figure things out. But I will say that this is, for me, a huge failure. Like a huge failure as a GM.
Yeah,
not for you. I think you guys have done a great job. No, but but it's fun to talk to you guys because I know you get it.
Yeah. Well, it's also, hindsight is 2020. The amount of games that I've ran for friends and stuff where I'm just like, fuck, if I didn't tell them that one thing, who knows if you did, especially with investigation-based games. It happens a lot with like Delta Green, where it's like, just because they didn't discover this, you have to jump through hoops to try to like feed them small amounts of information because they missed a big clue, or vice versa. They discovered a big clue and rolled amazingly, and you're like, okay, well, the hidden door is there and it takes you to another planet, and that's the whole adventure. So,
but it does make me, really appreciate you, Skid, but also Troy and Joe, how fucking talented as GMs you are, because I could never see any panic in either of you guys' eyes when players did certain things.
Well, the shows are edited also.
Yeah.
Just like your show.
Sure. But I do feel like...
Skid has such a good poker face. And we talk about this with Legacy of the Ancients, which I play in Skid GMs. We can never fucking tell what is the actual adventure because we go on tangents. Skid, like, Nick Lowe loves to talk to NPCs and make side quests, like offer to do things that are definitely not part of the book. But Skid will like yes and so much that you kind of start to fall into this like, wait, are we supposed to actually do this? But he'll make it. It either doesn't, it doesn't have to do with the story and it's like a side quest. Or he'll make it he tries to steer you back in like the direction of where you're supposed to be going. But Skid is very good at it with the poker face. Because he'll never say, oh, you're not supposed to do that. Or like, this is the exact railroad main quest that you think you're not supposed to be on.
I try not to let on.
He's pretty darn good at it. Yeah. But I will say for, Joe's GMing in Get in the Trunk, sometimes he'll pause and he'll be like, I didn't say that. And he'll take it again because it makes for a better experience for the players and for the audience.
I think the whole...
And there's nothing wrong with that when it's a recorded show.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, I've done that to you, but that's more like when I make an ass out of myself. Of like,
I don't want you to beat yourself up about
No,
this.
I won't. I mean, I will 100%, but I won't. I won't. I will. But I will
too, from the audience perspective.
I will still release these episodes because it's like seeing a train wreck is also fun.
Well, no, I'm curious from an audience perspective. They might have been completely surprised. They might have just been like, holy shit.
I do feel bad for the poor listeners who were looking forward to the conclusion of this week, and I was just like, this sucks.
Shitting on it. I'm excited for the conclusion, no matter what happens.
It is fun that you run away and the dragon wakes up. That's where we left off.
Yeah.
And we will...
Huge Cliffy.
We will continue. That's where you are. Okay. So the four of you... there's only four of you left.
Not me!
Exactly. Someone's stumbling in the darkness.
Ow! My head! Help me!
Oh, is it broken? It's
dark in here, and I'm so terrified.
Can't
find the exit. Just hear like an echo, like, oh.
You see this reptilian creature. It looks like a dragon. We all know what a dragon looks like.
Yeah, what color is it?
So Swedish dragons, I didn't realize they even were,
They're not chromatic.
But they are monstrous beasts with writhing reptilian bodies, huge leathery wings, and razor-sharp claws and fangs. That's
what is its hue?
Its hue, I think, Fireheart. Its name. So let's have it orangey.
Orangey, okay.
Okay.
Orangey hue.
Ooh, kind of like
Smaug.
Beata's eyes, sort of
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
yellowy,
think that-
fiery eyes.
I think that
orange.
I see that. Quite beautiful. A beautiful creature. Serpent eyes that are currently
So
waking up.
orange on like the glittering gold, like it's all sort of this like sunburst hue of things.
Yeah. Man, I just want to... You know what I want to do right now instead of doing this? Is
Watch
to-
the sunset.
No, watch Lord of the Rings and the Balrog scene again. Just speaking like through fire and
Do
darkness.
your best. Does the dragon talk?
Yes.
Are you gonna do? Ooh.
Oh yeah, and it's
it
currently
sexy?
opening its eyes in like that reptilian way of like shutting it
And they like blink. open,
exactly
like-
blink openly, and it also does that like it blinks in two ways in a weird way, and it just turns around, smiles, and looks at you. Intruders.
I'm not here. Don't look at me. Do you want me to play Olaf?
Well. Yes, you can play Olaf.
Okay. Oh no.
Well.
It's a demon.
The thieves have returned.
Forgive me for my impertinence and for my momentary silence, for I have never looked upon a creature, anything in this earth, as magnificent and beautiful as you are, O great Lord of the earth.
If I didn't know better, I would think that you're trying to distract me by giving me compliments.
No. Olaf chimes in, who's supposed to be Danish, I think. What was Olaf supposed to be? Or Swedish?
Well, he is Swedish.
Oh. Should I insult people by trying to do a
His first
Swedish
accent was something like this.
Oh,
Handsome.
I'll make him handsome.
Do a handsome voice.
No, by no means. We simply wanted to return the treasure.
Man, this sounds so handsome.
Your treasure that was wrongfully taken by my brother.
Oh.
And he apologizes, isn't that right, August?
Yes. Oh, please, yes, beautiful creature. I do. I want to return everything that was stolen for you. Please, if you could just leave us alone, leave this area alone.
We were wrong. We understand that now, and we would never try to defy you or trick you by any means. We simply wanted to return what is rightfully yours.
Yes.
And humbly, and Olaf takes a knee, apologize before God as my witness.
It starts sniffing, similar to what Beata did. So I think you have like a 5. Let's say you have a 5 in manipulation, Olaf.
Olaf does?
Yeah, and
Is
Francisco.
he being manipulative?
Or no, actually,
It's
you know
not-
what?
the way I
Actually,
read it-
the
Kind
way
of telling the truth.
exactly,
Yeah.
you're telling the truth. So never mind. He does listen to you. Never mind. So he starts sniffing, and then he turns to Beata. And how about you, fair lady?
She is not with us.
We are not doing her voice.
No, she's just staring at the beast. We shall return the treasure on one condition: that you leave and never come back, beast.
Beata,
Yo,
what the hell?
what you trying to do?
Fucking told you. She's crazy.
Yeah.
He, you know what? The dragon eats her.
Good. Yes.
I'm so fucking
Good.
sick.
Awesome.
Good. Honestly, this is
Yeah.
exactly what would fucking happen.
Yeah.
You talk back to the dragon,
Yeah.
you get eaten.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah. And she, wherever Beata stood before, is now just feet left.
Okay, Olaf looks at August, wide-eyed. He's kneeling and he's like,
Yeah. August's wife just died. Oh.
That is, you are 100% in the right. I cannot believe the way she spoke to you. I honestly cannot. This, all we want to do is to return what is rightfully yours. We all believe this. In fact, the only one of us who possibly did not, who if anyone is to blame, ultimately, it is a man called Swine. He stands right outside. He didn't want to come in because he is a coward and he knows he is wrong and he knows he defies you in his heart. I told him so, but we will return what is yours, and if you will just leave us alone, if you had to kill one more of us, it would have to be him, but if you don't want to, that is also okay.
Wait. And it looks towards the caves. There is another one.
Oh! Ooh! Ooh!
All right, she got afraid because she was so overwhelmed by your magnificence and power that she could not handle it. Her tiny human mind, she just bolted, ran right away from her. That was all she could do.
I think at this point, enough time, 6 rounds would have passed. I think you hear like clap, 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 quietly coming back and then louder, and she enters the cave looking like around, and you guys are all now like closer to where the dragon is. Also, point of order, just question real quick. When the dragon ate Beata, did it eat the obsidian dagger?
Oh yes.
She had it.
Yep.
She had it, so it's gone.
It's
It
gone.
didn't clatter to the ground or anything. Okay. I mean, do you think it hurts the dragon inside the dragon?
If I
It's
ate
gonna
a
ruin his
if I ate a dagger,
bowel
I'd be-
movements later.
When he goes to the bathroom later, that might kill him.
Yep. That would. Oh no!
He might
like
go into sepsis. He'll go into sepsis.
Yeah.
Dragon sepsis. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
dragon
the worst.
sickness.
Like dragon sickness.
Yeah. All right. So Eliza comes back in, kind of peeks around, sees the dragon, and she looks at Olaf taking a knee. So she like curtsies. Your, sir.
Sir. Oh, I see. Yes, I'm a male.
Sir. She not. She goes, didn't know, didn't want to assume. We are returning your treasures. My name is Eliza. I help creatures such as yourself. With the help of Francisco and Olaf, we work together, and we came here to right the wrongs.
You are beautiful. Would you like to stay with me?
Eliza freezes.
Do it.
What?
What? He likes you.
Francisco, no, he likes you. I apologize, but I'm married.
Well, you humans have bored me long enough already.
We'll leave you
We'll
be
leave you alone.
in peace and with your horde, never to return again to your caves.
Never to bother you again.
He yawns, and as he does so, a whiff of like sulfur heat.
Oh. The hair, hair blows back.
Yeah. He says, I shall return to my slumber. Do not take anything from me. And I will leave this area in peace.
Fantastic.
And I will burn you all down. And every one of your ancestors and future children. And their future children.
Oh, no.
I will curse your entire bloodline if you betray me.
All right. I mean, the only person I could even imagine attempting to betray you is this man Swine, but I'm sure that none of the rest of us will ever dare to.
Swine, probably. Was the one.
He strikes me as that type, that would do something like that. But I know the rest of us would
He
never
starts
dream.
growling at your suggestion. You talk too much, human.
I know. I'm nervous. I am sorry. We will leave you to your hoardings, and best of luck to you in your future lair search.
Wherever it may be.
And he says, go now. And then he smacks with his tail the entire cave. And it starts like rumbling, creating an earthquake.
Okay.
Stones are starting to fall down. Olaf says, we must go.
She pulls,
quickly.
she pulls Olaf up off the ground.
August is frozen on the ground. My wife, I can't, but can I,
I mean, does Olaf help him? Like,
Olaf is like, August, we need to go. Please help me with him.
I try to grab like his arm.
Right.
Francisco, help pull.
Roll agility, all of you.
Oh boy. Ooh. Oh, 3 successes.
Ooh, another one.
My adrenaline.
August refused to move, and Olaf rolled 0 successes. But the two of you are able to get Olaf out of there.
Yeah, we pull Olaf, but we can't pull August.
No, and the entire cave collapses upon August.
What about the dragon?
Well, you never know. It did it by itself, so clearly it might know what it's doing.
So we pull Olaf.
You pull Olaf out of the cave.
Exit.
Swine is standing there, waiting for you. But you notice that the heat seems to be a little colder. It's an extremely refreshing sensation. Like a regular Swedish summer.
Oh, good. What a relief.
It's already changing.
Yes.
I assume it means... And we're like getting in the boat to cross back over.
Yeah, Swine is not asking any questions. And
I assume this means the lands will go back to the way they were.
You assume so. But the ironworks goes out of business. Olaf inherits nothing. He cries for weeks after, due to his brother dying. What do you want to do with Swine? Do you think you were torturing?
What I want to do is like I'm gonna make nice. I want to be like, is there like a tavern or something that frequent? So I invite him out to like get a drink, like buy him a drink. Set up rounds, like go to the bathroom, and when he's standing at the bar, when I come back, I just come up behind him and just start stabbing him in the kidneys with my giant knife, like over and over again until he dies, and then run away.
I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there.
You take him out alone.
But I told him, I said it was like I would be the man to kill him, and I'm a man who keeps his promises.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit. So, I imagine we like leave the ironworks with Swine. We travel to like a nearby area. We like stay the night. We talk about how we're going to go back to Uppsala. You invite him out while Olaf and Eliza do something entirely different.
Yeah. You're probably tending to Olaf's mental state.
Yeah. Wait, so the next day we go to get in the carriage. Where's Swine?
Oh, you don't need to worry about him anymore. No, we had a night out, and yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Oh, he's not coming with us?
No, I think he wanted to stay in that town, I think forever, so.
Oh. Honestly, probably for the better.
Yeah, he's sort of an unpleasant person.
No, I don't think he would have done well in Uppsala.
Yeah, I take out my blood-encrusted blade, start wiping it off.
You're cleaning the knife in the carriage. Yeah. She's like, night out. Was it fun?
Yeah, just a little bit of butchery. I had a taste for pork.
Eliza doesn't want to think about that. She kind of nods and turns toward Olaf, who is still, So she continues to sort of like...
Have you ever had a Cuban sandwich?
Olaf stares at you, Francisco, and he says, "That man, I hope he meets his end one day. And I will forever be in debt to whoever ends him."
You don't have any money or anything, though, right?
Well, the ironworks is not gonna be worth anything
you're
after
not
this.
Really. I would worry about it. I'm sure a man like that, he's bound to infuriate the wrong person someday.
That's true. I'm sure your God will help in striking him down and getting what he deserves.
God works in mysterious ways, don't you find?
I don't think God exists at all.
Eliza looks at Olaf.
He doesn't, right? what god would do this? And the atheist looks out the window.
Oh God, he was so pious.
Oh God.
Oh God.
We're gonna, just before we stop, I'm gonna roll broken condition for Olaf and see if he gets any permanent damage.
Oh no.
Mostly because it's fun.
That is fun.
Love a table. Love a table.
Love a table. Do you guys want to roll?
On a broken?
Yeah.
It's a 2d6s.
Let's each roll one.
Okay.
So...
Do we add them together?
Yeah.
6.
No. So 2, 4, or... Yeah.
42.
42. Oh, 42, that's the...
Life, the universe, and everything.
Yeah. Favorite number.
Must be a great thing we're gonna get then.
Yeah.
We'll see where I can find a fucking table. Clearly, I'm on a great mood.
Ellie loved this adventure.
So, physical critical journey. Here he goes.
Oh, okay. You got it.
Ooh.
Is it really bad? Should we roll again?
42. Abdominal injury.
Oh, he cried so hard he ruptured his...
physical injury. Sorry, mental injuries.
Ooh, his tummy hurts.
I was like, I'm sorry, I'm very sad. I'm so sad that
It's called sad stomach.
I got a hernia.
He's just traumatized for 1d6, but it is an injury that's gonna last him. It's chronic.
Traumatized?
Chronic.
That's what it's called?
PTSD.
Let me see. 1d6. 1. 1 on the d6.
Yeah. Well, he is forever having this defect, but he will get a... No. Why does it say chronic if it's not forever?
Maybe it comes back?
It recurs.
But he has PTSD and fear -1, so he will...
I mean, this is so funny because it actually kind of makes sense for Olaf. In almost all the combats, he has frozen and been extremely fearful. So it sucks because he's not very useful, but it makes sense that this would cause him such PTSD. His brother died. I mean, he also watched a woman get eaten by a dragon.
That too.
Oh, yeah. She deserved it. Well done, guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me.
Thank you.
This was very fun.
This was very fun.
This is the end of Man of Earth.
No.
But we will come back. Well, but we are taking a break. I don't know what type of break it will be. We'll
be taking a break from probably in-person recordings, as Ellie will be heading back to Sweden to have her beautiful fairy tale. No, not another one. Beautiful fairy tale summer that she has with her family in Sweden. So we'll see, though. We've talked about doing remote recordings, a remote talk show, talk back about previous episodes.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how we'll fill in the gaps for episodes and what works. But man, this was so fun. Yeah. We should definitely do another arc with, a guest and like more people. This was really great, Skid. I'm really happy that we got to play. And that Francisco came back.
Yeah, I was happy for that.
I loved Francisco.
Oh, and so because he has he has a very good arc before this. A 4 episode that is already released, I realized, like 10 weeks
But if you
ago.
didn't listen to it.
Yeah.
And if you didn't listen to our first season and second season where you see Skid's character come in with our other characters, you should listen to that too.
Yeah. Yeah, you should not give up on us.
Neither should you.
I think Ellie is talking to herself.
I think she's talking directly to yourself.
Projecting a little bit. But let us know in the comments what you think about this AP, if you would have done things differently. I'm always curious how people change pre-written adventures to morph it into how they
that's a good subject to talk about.
I love how they're trying to solve this. Fix this. Save this. Anyway, I love you guys.
I love you.
Love you too.
Puss, puss. All right, and that was the end of Fireheart. Welcome to the first Birch Basement, a companion podcast to the Lost Mountain Saga that I hope we can do more often in the fall. It depends a bit on how our Patreon is doing, but enough of that. I would like to do this little pilot episode to basically talk with myself about what just happened. First of all, we recorded these episodes in early June, and upon re-listening to these episodes these past few weeks as I have been editing them, I'm now a little angry with myself because they honestly weren't that bad. had I not completely shut down, we could have made this into a very epic, cool adventure and stick the landing. But my problem is that I let myself get caught up in disappointment and anxiety and basically shut down the entire thing. So I apologize. But this is what it is sometimes. So let's start from the beginning. What the hell happened? Problem number 1 is that I failed to manage my expectations. When I picked out this adventure, I had decided, despite the system Vaesen not being equipped for that at all, that I wanted a big dragon reveal and a big dragon fight. I had envisioned a third camera that would be pointed towards the table, and I had borrowed minis from Dragonbane, like this little dragon, and this map that we would play on and have like a cool combat. I basically saw this Dimension 20 like setup and have a regular D20 system combat that you usually have in regular role-playing games, which is not at all what Vaesen is about. And I knew that. We've talked about this endlessly, and Vaesen has never been about that. Vaesen is not made to be a dungeon crawler thing. And despite that, I ignored it, and I didn't stop myself. I ran with it. But then when we never used the third camera, despite having it set up and taking a lot of my, production anxiety, worrying about that stupid fucking third camera, this is not making any sense. So I abandoned the idea, but still I forgot to adjust my expectations. And this was probably around episode 3 or 4. The other big problem, and this ties in a little bit of the problem of being a producer, creator, editor, like doing all of it myself, is that there was a significant lack of prep. Like, if you're going to go against the system, which you can do, it's probably important to prepare. And I didn't. In fact, I struggle a bit with pre-written adventures. I always think that it's going to be easier because it's already written, but then I get lazy and I don't find proper justifications for the NPCs. And I feel like this is exactly what happened this time. I didn't have proper justifications for Beata, for August, or for Olaf. Not even Swine had proper justifications for why they're behaving the way they're behaving. So whenever someone would ask a question, like a valid question, like Sydney, I think, asked, why didn't you include that in the diary? Or why didn't you say something? That's when the cracks starts bringing the whole ship down. And I didn't have a good answer, and that's lack of prep. In retrospect, I could have easily made it so that they were all under a spell, and I would just omit the whole diary thing. By the way, this is a side note. I'm kind of over having diaries be found with notes and clues. I think that's it's very common, but I think now I realized I think it's kind of a boring way of hiding clues. So I will try to minimize that in the future. There could be one journal entry that they find burnt down somewhere. But the rest, I kind of want them to not read their way through clues. I don't know. If you guys have any advice on how to bury clues, that would be cool. But the thing is, what if I had prepped properly and rolled with the punches a bit more? This could have easily been a very cool 9 to 10 episode story arc. And the dragon reveal, which I had envisioned, would have really cool, fulfilling revelation towards the end. Because that's what I feel like we were building up. We were building up this swine character. We were building up this heat. We've been talking about this drought for the entire adventure so far. Not just this Fireheart adventure, but the entire Manor River. We talked about how warm it is in Sweden. And we also don't have to reveal, I think I should have given up on the combat idea with the dragon a lot earlier and just have this be an ominous presence who threatens to wake up. But I should have adjusted this before we even started, so I knew exactly what was gonna happen, instead of like, I guess, zeroing in on wanting to use minis. Because then I can just play Dragonbane or Dungeons and Dragons or any other games. But yeah, I wanted to try something different. And, you know, sometimes you fail. And another problem I have, which is problem number 3, misusing the countdown. For those of you who don't run Vaesen, there's a mechanic in the adventure that's pre-written, but also what I had to write in the Lost Mountain Saga, the book, is that it's called a countdown, which kind of always throws me a bit, because in an adventure you're supposed to start doing a countdown, events that will happen in order to push the players forward, basically. And eventually the countdown leads to a catastrophe. So it's a mechanic to have the players feel a sense of urgency. Like, they can't just be like, well, I'm just not gonna do that, because I guess Vaesen is built to be a bit more sandboxy than I've been playing it. So the first countdown in this adventure was that the dragon suddenly attacks the workers. And I guess I could have interpreted that differently now when I'm thinking about it. But for me, I was like, wait, so it's basically revealing itself. And that threw me, because the dragon revealing itself seemed so premature. Like, it's the first countdown, like it's the first thing that happens. And so I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I started this fire instead that had like unknown origin. And I tried to bury some hints there, but then the NPCs becomes a problem, because if they knew about the dragon, why didn't they just say, there's a huge fucking dragon, help, go over there. It went there. And this is like the classic monster reveal thingy in Jaws and Alien, in all these monster movies, is that you can obviously tease the monster before it's the big reveal. But I also like in Vaesen to play with the human insanity aspect of like, is it a monster or is it just like being possessed by a demon? Like, there are ways that I could have adjusted this and have more Vaesen, obviously. Like, there's so many things I could have done. But I didn't. Like, I think I had, like, whatever the equivalent of a writer's block. I had that, but a GM block. Like, I had a hard time focusing while preparing this adventure. And I think it's also because I didn't want to. Like, I was like kind of burnt out. I wanted to like just play it as written, but then I didn't like what was written, which is not any fault of the writers of this adventure. I just, sometimes you have an idea, and then when the book doesn't do that, then you get disappointed. But it's not like the writer's fault. It's your own fault. It's, you know, it's no one's fault. Like, I kind of want to go away from the fault. Except for me. Like, I'm definitely at fault. And it's okay. So, I also, another thing that I feel like got rushed is that Beata and August and all these NPCs, they got introduced as very hostile from the get-go. It would have been a lot more interesting, I think, to slowly reveal that they were pieces of shits. And even killing them, while very satisfactory, I just, that felt like, and, you know, everyone wakes up and it was just a dream. Like, that was my way of like, I want to get out of this situation now, I want to do something else. Which is also a character flaw of mine, is that I give up, and then I am definitely one of those who abandon, flee. I don't stay and fight. So that's something I'll work on for the next adventure. And that leads me to problem number 4. Yes, I am a person who gives up. This story did what the story did, and together with Sydney and Skidney, we told a pretty good, interesting story up until I cracked, basically. And instead of recognizing that, I gave up, and I let my disappointment put an entire massive cloud over the entire episode. Which is a big no-no in showbiz, because the show must go on, and it's very unprofessional, and frankly, I've been a professional performer for so long, so not being able to suck it up and just do it is pretty failure on my part. But instead of censoring this, I kind of want all of you to see what a mess I am. So And I think that's a good punishment for all this. So with that said, the next adventure we're doing is a real good one, and I regained my confidence, so hopefully you'll stick with us. And thanks for listening so far. Please let us know in the comments what you think. Perhaps it wasn't that bad. All right, bye!